All right, so the next topic that we're covering is multiplying polynomials. We've done adding, subtracting, and simplifying, so now we're up to multiplying. We're going to use something called an expansion box to help us do that. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to create a box, and how big it is will depend on what the problem is, and then you multiply to fill in those boxes and just combine like terms and rewrite your answer. Okay, so it sounds really complicated, but follow along. Okay, so here we've got two polynomials. This is one polynomial and this is the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a box, and on one side, I'm going to set this up so that there's one section on this side for the 4x squared. And on this side, I want two sections, one for the negative 5x and one for the 10. Okay, so see how I lined this up? I made one side here, and then this guy, I made two little spots there. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the things on the edge of each square and write what I get in the middle. So I'm going to multiply these guys. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. And then x squared times x, right, is going to be x to the third. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with this box. So this box, the things that are on the edge are the 10, and then way out here, the 4x squared. So I'm multiplying 4x squared and 10. Well, 4 times 10 is 40. And then I'm just going to have the x squared. Okay? And then all you have to do for your answer is just write what you have in your boxes. So in my boxes, I have negative 20x cubed. And then since that's a positive 40, plus 40x squared. And that right there is my answer. Okay? All right, so that's how you use expansion boxes. Sorry, all of my clocks are going off right now. All right, this guy over here. So this one, I've got 2 terms in this polynomial, and I've got 3 terms in this polynomial. So when I make my box, I want it to be a 2 by 3 box. So 2 rows so that I have enough room for my 5x and my 2. And then my 3 columns, so I have enough room for my 6x squared, the plus 4x, and the minus 4. Okay, so this one's got more boxes for me to multiply in, but we're going to do the exact same thing. So this guy, I'm going to multiply these two things together. So 5 times 6 is 30, and x times x squared is x to the third. Okay, this box, I'm multiplying these guys. So 5x times 4x, 5 times 4 is 20, and x times x is x squared. This one, I'm going to multiply these guys. So 5 times negative 4 is negative 20, and I'm just leaving the x. All right, this guy down here, I'm multiplying these two boxes. So 6 times 2 is 12. Attach the x squared. This one, I'm multiplying these two. So 2 times 4 is 8, so that'll be an 8x. And then for this box, I'm multiplying these ones. So negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. All right, and then the thing that we want to look for when we write our answer is we want to look for any like terms, okay? And there are some like terms in here, and what you're going to see happen a lot is they're going to end up on diagonals. So see how these two both have x squareds? So these two right here are like terms, and these guys both have x's, so those are like terms. So I can combine those ones together. These aren't like terms, that's okay. We're just going to combine the things that are like terms. A lot of times they'll be on diagonals like these ones are, but not always. So you just have to look. Okay, so our answer for this one is going to be, starting in this box, I have a 30x to the third. Then I'm going to combine these two like terms together. So that's going to be a positive 32x squared. Then I'm going to combine these guys together. So that'll be a negative 12x. And then I have my minus 8 at the end. Okay, so see how I set it up when I wrote my answer? I made sure I was going in standard form. I went from biggest exponent to smallest exponent. Okay, and that's it. All right, so then this guy down here, this polynomial, there's 2 terms in the first polynomial and 2 terms in the second polynomial. So I'm going to have a square where I have 2 boxes on this side and 2 boxes on that side. Okay, and then we're just going to multiply to fill these boxes. So this one, I'm multiplying y times y. Well, that's y squared. These ones, I'm multiplying y and negative 7. So that's negative 7y. This guy here, I'm multiplying 6 and y. So that's just 6y. And then this one, I'm going to multiply the 6 and the negative 7. That's negative 42. All right, and then again, I'm going to look and see, do I have any like terms that I can combine? Yeah, these guys on the diagonal, those are like terms, right? Okay, so my final answer here is going to be y squared from here. And then I'm going to combine these like terms. So that's 7 fires, 6 buckets of water. When I put that together, I'm going to be left with minus 1y. You don't have to write the 1, but you can. And then the minus 42. Okay. All right, and then last one over here. So this one, so 6x plus 10 squared. Now the thing that you got to remember is that this is the same thing as if we wrote 6x plus 10 times 6x plus 10, right? Because squaring means multiply it by itself. So this is going to be another one where I'm going to need a square with 2 sections on each side. So here's 6x plus 10 and another 6x plus 10. So I have 6x plus 10 made into a square, right? That's why we call this squared, because I'm putting it on both sides of a square, right? That's where that word comes from. All right, and then we're just going to multiply to figure out what goes inside. So this box, I'm multiplying these two outside edges. 6 times 6 is 36. X times x is x squared. This one, I'm multiplying those two green numbers. That's going to be 60x. This one, I'm multiplying those green numbers. That's also going to be 60x. And then this one, I'm multiplying those two green numbers to get 100. Do I have any like terms? Yeah, I do, right here, right? These two, those are like terms. So I'm going to combine those together when I write my answer. So my answer is going to be 36x squared. And then I can add 60x and 60x together. That's 120x. And then I have my plus 100. Okay, and that's my answer. That's how you multiply polynomials. So again, you create an expansion box that's big enough that you can write one term in each section. You just multiply to figure out what goes inside the boxes, and then combine any like terms before you write your answer.